Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tabor Talk. So it's Friday, was it October 25th? 10 days, 10 days home stretch. I'm still predicting Kamala Harris in a landslide, okay? I know most people are saying it's a toss up. Even on my side, people I totally respect, David Packman, I don't know about Kyle Kalinske, but Pod Save America, they think it's going to be close. But Harris, I'm still saying landslide. We shall see. By the way, we're voting tomorrow. My wife and I, the 26th. We live here in the Catskills, and we are super pumped. Also, Game 1 of the World Series, and I got my Yankee hat. And boy, this is pretty old. It's all faded, whatever. People who know me, like New York Yankees, that's like my number one priority in life. Really, like and especially with this ugly politics, I immerse myself in sports. And it's great that the Yankees are in the World Series. And, they're playing the Dodgers. They haven't played each other in the World Series since 1981. The Yanks have not been to the World Series since 2009, right? So it's been 15 long years. This is so incredible. Not only the long history of the Dodgers and the Yankees, and even going when the Dodgers were the Brooklyn Dodgers back in the 40s and 50s, and so much rich history. But today's stars, you can't beat it. The Dodgers lineup up and down, just powerhouse. But the main attraction, of course, is Shohei Ohtani for the Dodgers, and then the Yankees with Aaron Judge, arguably, not arguably, is the two best players in the whole universe, really. I mean, let's face it. Two superstars. Shohei hit 54 home runs and Judge hit 58. I don't have the numbers here, but Judge hit 322, 148 RBIs, I believe. I don't have it in front of me. And Shohei also had 130 ribbies, I believe, whatever. But it's going to be fantastic. I can't wait. And there you go. So on kind of the bummer side, like I just like I can't take too much of this the Poland's close, it's a toss up, and it's like some people are saying, what are you going to do if Kamala Harris loses? First of all, I don't believe she is, but if somehow it happens, I mean, I can only do what I can control, right? And the fact is, it's not like it's a normal race. It's not like it's Kamala Harris and Mitt Romney or Biden and Chris Christie or something normal. It's basically democracy, dictatorship. Like the people who are voting for Trump, if you do, I have zero respect for you. All right, I think if you're voting for Trump, you're a gross person. You're disgusting. You're stupid. I don't know what you are. You're just as gross as he is. If you're MAGA, you're disgusting and gross. And like I said, if you're voting for Trump and you're on this channel, like get the hell out of here. Like I don't want you here. Unsubscribe if you're subscribed. You are absolutely not welcome. You're a disgusting person, and I want nothing to do with you. All right. So that's just the way I feel. This is not Chris Christie or Mitt Romney. This is a convicted felon, a civilly liable rapist. An adjudicated fraudster, right, has failed at every single thing he's ever touched. He's a failure, a loser, has never read a book in his life. The guy's like a total moron. He was the worst president we ever had. Try to make sense out of that. Not even close. The worst president we've ever had. And the economy was terrible, the way he botched COVID, injecting bleach, and even the worst jobs president since like the Hoover in 29. I mean, the guy is a complete loser. So if you're voting for this guy, you're a loser too, and you're a disgusting person, and I don't want anything to do with you. That's just me. Okay, I'm going to play a couple of clips. There's new allegations of this 13-year-old girl. Like Trump used to have these beauty pageants. Now, this is something I didn't even know. I thought they were adults, but he had like teenage pageants, and he used to go in the locker rooms and see them changing. Now, these aren't women over 18, adult women. These were teenagers, and he used to brag about it. He'd see them changing and unchanging. You're voting for that guy? You're a disgusting person. All right, let me play a little clip here. I'm not going to download it. It takes too much time. And then I'm going to play some audio clips as well. But watch this. This is from the MeidasTouch.
Attention, and we've been covering it every step of the way here. It's Donald Trump's Jeffrey Epstein connection, right? Donald Trump said that Jeffrey Epstein's a great guy who likes girls on the younger side. Donald Trump is quoted as saying that about Jeffrey Epstein. Donald Trump partied with Epstein. He hung out with Epstein. He's all over Epstein's call log. He's all over Epstein's flight log. Remember, all the MAGAs, we want to see the list. We want to see the list. Well, we saw the list. Donald Trump's the number one person on the list. Over and over again, right? Epstein found the girls at Mar-a-Lago. Virginia Giuffre worked at Mar-a-Lago. Ghislaine Maxwell, who trafficked for Epstein, to Mar-a-Lago, found Giuffre, had her work with Epstein, and then Epstein trafficked her. It was one of the ways Epstein found the girls, was at Mar-a-Lago. Now we are learning about an individual by the name of Stacey Williams. And this was reported in The Guardian.
It looks like his type too, right?
I think it's not getting nearly enough attention. She talks about a sick and twisted game that Epstein...
Look at the signature now.
Trump played with her. Epstein brought her over to Donald Trump's office. And while they were in his office, Donald Trump started grabbing her breasts, her buttocks, her legs, her body, and feeling her up and feeling her all around for a significant period of time. She got very uncomfortable with that and didn't like she stopped it while it was kind of happening, but he was doing it over and over and over again to her. And then Epstein was pissed at her that she wouldn't do more. She's come forward with supporting evidence as well, including after Donald Trump molested her, this note that Donald Trump sent to her in his own handwriting.
That's his handwriting.
Audience that's watching this. Stacey, you're home away from home. Love, Donald. That's his handwriting.
See?
I asked Cohen if that's his handwriting. Cohen confirmed that was Donald Trump's handwriting. This is who Donald Trump is.
Let me pause this.
You know, we've talked.
There's a couple of more clips or just audio, so I'll put this down. So there you go. If you're voting for this guy, you're a terrible person. And by the way, you're not Christian. Like this bullshit, like the evangelicals for Trump. No. You're not Christian, right? I'm born and raised a Christian. You are not a Christian. A Christian doesn't support a liar, a convicted felon, a rapist. All right. So don't give me your bullshit, right? So I'm going to play a couple more clips. This is just audio, and then I'll talk some more.
About, one of Donald Trump's businesses were preteen and teenage beauty pageants.
See?
Just think about that. That's what he did in the 90s. Beauty pageants for 12, 13, 14-year-old girls. He went into that business, and then they would throw parties. It's written about. The Guardian did a story as well, on yachts, where men old enough to be these 13, 14-year-old girls' grandparents would grind on the little girls.
Dakota, stop.
On the yachts in the 90s. Donald Trump's photographed with the 14 and 15-year-old girls. He's reposted it himself recently on his social media to show that he's like a strong guy. He posted the photo.
He's so gross.
From the 13, it's called Look of the Year competition. If you want to Google it, look up Trump Look of the Year competition with these young girls. I mean, think about how Donald Trump talks about him. Brett, your point was, there's a lot of people speculating, is there some other story coming out about Donald Trump? And we were like, what other story do you need to know? He was found liable for sexual assault by a jury.
Yep.
He's on video recording saying these things over and over again like this. This is how Donald Trump talked about his own daughter. Let me just pause this for a second,
and I'll continue on. And if only they televised the New York trial, the Alvin Bragg, you would see what a fucking scumbag this guy is. I mean, he's so fucking gross, and everything's a lie. Just common sense. Donald Trump's relationship with David Pecker from the National Enquirer, all of it was fake, right? Do you know what the National Enquirer is? The younger people, you know what that is? That's the fake stuff, the tabloid stuff you'd see in the supermarket, right? It's all fake. They make up the stories. Oh, there's a Martian with 3 heads and like completely outrageous lies. That was Donald Trump's guy. And he would plant these stories. He would tell David Pecker to write this story, like say in 2016 or 15, when Trump was running, the primary, for the Republican nomination, and he said, "Oh, Ted Cruz's father killed JFK," or something like that. It was something outrageous. There's a bunch of them, like Hillary has cancer, like a ton of these stupid stories, and actually Trump planted them. And if you watch the trial, you would see it. He talked to David Pecker, and then when he'd go on his rallies, he'd say, "Oh, I'm just reading this in the paper. I'm reading it here that Trump. I didn't make it up." Yes, you did make it up. If people saw this, and they had the, that's what sucks about New York. They don't tape these trials. No sane person would ever vote for this scumbag. All right, so let me just continue on. It's just on, and plus he's a loser too. Everything he's touched has failed. Everything Trump touches dies. He's such a fucking loser. He can't even read. He barely can read. He barely even got out of grade school. It's all fucking corrupt. That Wharton thing, that's all bullshit. Hey, where are his transcripts? It's all a lie. He's such a loser. He doesn't know what a tariff is. He doesn't know how the economy works. The guy is the dumbest. Let me just continue on. I could go on forever, but let's go.
Let's play it.
She does have a very nice figure. I've said that if Ivanka were my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating
Look how
her.
gross.
Ivanka, what's the favorite thing you have in common with your father?
Either real estate or golf.
Donald, with your daughter?
Well, I was going to say sex.
Oh, you disgusting scumbag!
Married, and
What a
her
gross
father-
guy. Can you imagine that with your daughter? That guy is gross. And if you support this guy, you're fucking gross too. Let me continue on.
Yeah.
She's 6 feet tall. She's got the best body.
By the way, your daughter,
She's beautiful.
This is how it's done.
can I say this? A piece of ass.
Yeah.
She looks more voluptuous than ever.
This is
She's
the-
actually
Let's
always
look.
been very voluptuous.
It's
She's tall.
unbelievable.
She's almost 6 feet. You're going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years. Can you believe it?
He's totally like,
Okay, now let me show you. This is audio of Donald Trump saying at those beauty pageants, he would walk in on the girls without their consent and inspect their naked bodies.
Yep.
Here, play the clip.
What you could also say as the owner of the pageant, it's your obligation to do that.
So you have done that. Now, tell
Well,
me
I'll
what-
tell you the funniest is that I'll go backstage before a show.
Yes.
And everyone's getting dressed and ready and everything else. And, no men are anywhere. And I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner of the pageant, and therefore I'm inspecting it. I'm inspecting. I want to make sure that
You're like a
everything is
doctor.
good.
You're there.
Yeah, the dress. Is everyone okay? They're standing there with no clothes. Is everybody okay? And you see these incredible-looking women.
what a scumbag.
And so I sort of get away with things.
All right. Okay. There's more, but you get the point. So, now when I first heard this, I used to be a Stern fan. I've talked about this before. And Howard Stern's a satirist, right? He plays this over the top misogynist and male chauvinist and all that, a lot of sex and all that. And I get that. Howard Stern's a very good person. He's a family man behind. So it's all kind of, Trump was not kidding here. And here's the other thing. These were underage girls. I didn't know that at the time. When I first heard of this, I thought, oh, he does beauty pageants, adults. Here he is walking in on underage girls. This guy is a scumbag, all right? So, I've done several videos. This guy should be rotting in prison, not running for president. And it's a terrible, disgusting time. That's why I'm shutting off. Anybody, if you're a MAGA guy, goodbye. Have a nice life. See you later. And that's it. I got to, I do my own thing, all right? You do you, you do you. You're disgusting. In my opinion, I think you're gross and disgusting and stupid as fuck. But whatever. See you. All right. On that note, good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience. A little annoyed that it's a toss-up. That's what they're saying, and that's gross. That's why I'm a little annoyed here. But I'm going to enjoy the World Series. More to come. Well, I'm almost at 15 minutes. But all right, good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience. Peace. Okay, there you go. If you made it this far from that rant, I really appreciate it. So we're going to get there. Some frustration, but we're going to win this thing in a landslide. I really, truly believe that. Okay. Make sure you like and subscribe. Spread it around. It helps with the algorithm. Peace.